into how to lower the feed dogs on the Pfaff Creative Icon 2. Hi, I'm Sarah from sewingmastery.com, and we're doing tutorials on every corner of this machine, from the sewing side to the embroidery side and everything in between. So lowering your feed dogs, usually before you've had like a button on the side or a lever that you slid, maybe it was in the back of your previous machines. But I will tell you, on the Pfaff Creative Icon 2, if you pick a stitch that requires the feed dogs to be lowered, it will lower it for you. So for example, if we come over to a buttonhole menu and we select for sewing on the buttons, so I'm going to do menu 1.3, slide down to stitch number 19, and you heard a little click. That click was those feed dogs lowering on your machine. Now, once they're down, they have the appearance that they're not active, but just keep in mind that when you go back to a straight stitch, though you don't see them come back up, they will once you take a stitch, or even turn your hand wheel here and cycle through by hand, you will see them coming back up and into play. Now, another time that you'll see the feed dogs lowering is when you go into the free motion mode. So picking your free motion foot of choice, so I'll just pick the spring foot. You heard, once again, you heard a little click. Those are lowered and the feed dogs are down immediately for you. Now, let me turn that off so we're not set for free motion quilting anymore. You'll also notice that when you go to the embroidery side of your machine and you're about ready to stitch, that those feed dogs have also been lowered when we're on that side of the machine. You can also go into the settings and manually lower them yourself. So let's just see, here we go, right here in the first one, in the sewing settings. The reason they were going up and down for us is because the auto option was checked. So if you want to be more in control and you want them up or down, you can make them lower when you want them to. If there's a unique technique that you're doing that requires them not to be pulling your fabric through or kind of even touching the bottom of your fabric. So I do like that I'm not told I can only do it when those auto stitches are on, but for now we're going to leave that on there because as I go from stitch to stitch, it's nice just to have them lower and raise as needed. So I hope you've learned something. If you're looking at purchasing this machine, we have tons of videos for you to check out and see if this machine is right for you. The Pfaff Creative Icon 2 is quite an amazing machine. I hope you'll check it out at your local Pfaff retailer. And if you've already purchased this, click on those links below because you can find all of our videos that we have done on this beautiful sewing and embroidery machine.